Here is the result of private test final match. Udare from Pune is starting away also from Pune by 3-2. The individual score is 11-5-11, 10-12, 11-2, 12-10. By winning this match, Udare of Pune becomes champion in private test level. Please give us the match.
नावी @004 हजार ड्रेस बालेवाडी आजच्या फोल्डरमध्ये.
फार वाईट असं म्हणलं काय ऐक पण मी कधी केलं नाही
माहीत नाही
काय काही वाटत इयरफोन लावून टाकू मला बोलायचं असं त्या तुमची सेक्युरिटी जागी बसून तुम्ही असं ऐकणार मला आवडत नाही.
कॅमेऱ्याचं लूज होईल.
काय करायचं
मंडेरून बसणार आहे.
नाही झालं. मला ही मॅच बघायचं. मॅच बघून टाकायचं. अच्छा मला हे पण बघायला लागेल नाही का हे एक्झॅक्ट फ्रंट टाईमला आहे ना. ठीक आहे पुढच्या गेमपासून चालू करूया. चालू करू का.
मी टेस्टिंगमध्ये आवाज ऐकतो. सेट संपला की ॲक्टर.
अच्छा ॲड टाकतोस. चालू ठेव ना एक मिनटं मला जरा थोडं हे होईल. तर हाय ब्रेक तुम्ही बोलू शकतो. Welcome to the finals of the junior boys singles at the Maharashtra State Table Tennis Championship held here in Balewadi, Pune. The match that is going on is between Reagan Won of Mumbai and Shaurya Pednekar of Mumbai. The current score is 2-1 with Reagan leading the score by 2-1. We're about to start the fourth game. Shaurya, who is more of a steady player, against Reagan, who is an aggressive player. This is going to be a very interesting contest between the two. They've already played each other a couple of times in this year. Shaurya so far has won 3 of the state ranking tournaments to be played, whereas Reagan has won 2. So this is going to be a very interesting battle in the last match of the season. Typically the state championship match is by far the most important match in the tournament, in the whole calendar year. So each of them will be trying extremely hard to win this match and become the state champion. So here we go, fourth set. Shaurya Pednekar to serve. It was a good start by Shaurya. He started off with a long serve, trying to surprise Reagan in that point, and then switched the ball to his forehand side. It's a good play from Shaurya. Extremely good flick there by Reagan, and then the next ball was played onto the body of Shaurya, so he had difficulty to take that ball. Oh, that's a lovely shot by Reagan. That was premeditated. He served and turned right away. Tries to do the same thing again, but this time Shaurya is clever and reads that he's going to turn and hit a forehand topspin, so flicks the ball onto Reagan's forehand. Well, that's more of a, you can say, a rash shot to say, but nonetheless he gets the point. Not sure if that was the best strategy to use by Reagan over there. Yeah, he's definitely decided to go all out on the attack, try and attack everything that comes out of the table, rather than try and get into rallies. So Reagan is definitely taking the aggressive route here. Yeah, so again Shaurya deploys the same strategy of taking Reagan out wide to his forehand and then coming on to the backhand to then get into an advantageous position. Fantastic contest going on over here between the two. Table tennis is not a game which is, only fast, but it is also a game which has to be played with a lot of smartness. So it's usually the more smarter player to win, because right now they are both equally matched. That was a slower ball from Shaurya, and Reagan had to reach out to play the backhand, and that's the reason why he mistimed the ball. 5-4 to Reagan. Shaurya to serve. Again, a good service, short service in the center, not giving you any chance to attack. Shaurya calming himself down. Yeah, anything that comes out, Reagan is going to go full blast at it. So Shaurya has to be careful if he wants to, just put a spin ball on the table on the slide out balls. There again, he's trying to hit the side out balls. I think it would be much better if he can just push the ball on the table and get Reagan to hit a spin rather than going for the slow receive. Shaurya trying to cut out Reagan's backhand over there by playing it onto his body. This is smart play from Shaurya. He knows that Reagan is trying to turn the corner around and hit a forehand, so he's playing the ball centrally so that he doesn't get his arms free. That's a real bad error from Shaurya. He had got that ball high on his forehand short side, and it should have been an easy point for Shaurya. Instead, Reagan gets the lead. It's 8-6 now. I think Reagan had it exactly as it planned. He wanted to turn around the corner and hit a wild forehand, but somehow there was an extra spin on that ball from Shaurya which made it miss. 8-7. This is a very, very crucial game from Shaurya here. Yeah, again same. A loose serve, trying to get the ball high onto the table and then trying to hit a forehand. Shaurya has to keep that ball short or just give it completely long. He's just receiving the ball without any real intent on it right at the moment. This is extremely good play from Reagan. Again, putting the ball onto the body of Shaurya, keeping those forehands very weak so that he's able to get into his forehand and backhand strokes. Well, Reagan is really unstoppable over here. His forehand is really dominating the game, and Shaurya has to think up with some strategy to stop him playing the forehand. Right now he's just playing the ball onto his backhand side, and Reagan is able to turn the corner and hit forehands. So it's 3-1 to Reagan. Both the boys from Mumbai have played each other plenty of times during the season, in the state ranking tournaments, in the Mumbai tournaments, and they know their game very well. So really, Shaurya should be able to come up with a different strategy to counter Reagan's game and get back into this game. Reagan at the moment is unstoppable. His forehand is just not able. He's just not able to give Shaurya any room right now. Reagan is being coached by Siddesh Pandey, or rather, I should say, he's being given advice by Siddesh Pandey for this match. You can call this a calm versus the storm kind of a match in which you have one player who is a raging, aggressive player versus someone like Shaurya who is very calm and tries to play a composed game. So it is going to be interesting to see if Reagan can continue his aggressive streak and get points, or does Shaurya manage to get his composure to make Reagan do more mistakes. This is going to be very interesting here. So coming into the fifth game, Reagan leads by 3 games to 1. Yeah, again Reagan trying to employ the tactic of getting into his forehand top spins very easily, but this time around the ball was very spinny by Shaurya. Thereby it was difficult for Reagan to control his forehand stroke. And this is exactly what Shaurya needs to do more. Get it onto his forehand and then push him onto his backhand so that he is not able to turn around the corner. You can see that Shaurya is definitely trying out a new strategy over here. It was good play from Shaurya, but then he should have actually put more power onto this forehand stroke rather than just placing that forehand stroke. 2-1 to Shaurya. Good spinny backhand from Reagan, though I'm not really sure it came right from the middle of the bat. It was more of an edge. Yeah, when he gets into his attacking mode, Reagan is really unstoppable right now because Shaurya has to find a way to get him to move because he's just standing there and delivering his strokes. Oh, that's a lovely shot from Shaurya. Ball was just outside the table and just swung his hand to get the forehand wide out to Reagan's forehand. Wonderful point there. 3-all. Ball hits the net. That's why Reagan gets an easy ball to really punch down the line. His backhand is fabulous. He's able to generate so much power into his backhand even when he's away from the table. Again, lucky point for Reagan. Shaurya calls for a timeout. Typically, the timeout is called when the player needs to do something now. He needs to think of a different strategy or he needs to break Reagan's rhythm in some way. Timeout is for 1 minute in which the player will get advice from his or her coach. Shaurya has called the timeout, so he will get 1 minute to take advice from his coach. Shaurya is being coached by Eric Fernandez, another national star of Maharashtra. So back on the table and Reagan leads 5-3 and this does seem to be heading in Reagan's favor. Oh, that's a really poor receive from Shaurya. That was loose serve and that was out. He should have attacked on it. This game just won't do for Shaurya. He just cannot keep putting the ball high onto the backhand side. That is really a favorable game for Reagan. This does seem to be coming to a very tame end actually, unless there is some miracle and Shaurya gets back into the game or Reagan produces some really poor strokes. This does seem to be Reagan's match. 9-3, and that's a really sizable lead. Yeah, again gets onto his forehand, hits a spin. Shaurya is just not able to control that ball on the table. Fantastic play from Reagan. It's been aggressive, but it's also been very proactive. He's been able to get into his. That's it. That's the match for Reagan, and it's a fantastic end to the year for Reagan in the state ranking and championship tournaments. So Reagan is the new state champion for the year 2007, the Maharashtra state table tennis champion for the year 2007. So congratulations to Reagan.